Hey, I hope you're doing well today. It is another episode of Math It Up, and we are going to talk about what I'm doing with my hands right now. Uh, okay, we're dividing fractions. I'll tell you more, and you'll see more in a moment. Let's math it up. Okay, so as you can see, the worksheet is out in front of you, and we are going to be dividing fractions, dividing whole number by fractions, dividing fraction by whole numbers, and dividing fractions by fractions. We're going to be representing visually today, and then at the end, the more common method of multiplying by the reciprocal. But talk about it when we get there. Question 1a. So it says, find each quotient by dividing using visuals. So I've provided some boxes here for you. The top boxes are going to be the place where we write our whole number, and then we're going to break it up into its portions, right? So it's starting with our whole, breaking it up into quarters. So we're breaking a whole number up into quarters. So the whole number will be, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. So there's our 3 wholes, right? Because it's 3 divided by 1/4. So we're going to break up each of these whole ones, right? This is a 1, into quarters. And of course, we can do that by simply dividing half and half. So there are our quarters. So now our equivalent amount, 3, is now broken up into all of our different quarters. And of course, each whole, is going to have 4 quarters within it. So we can simply count the quarters. Each one of these is 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1. All right, I could go on and continue this 1/4 for each one, but you have to understand that there is now 12 fourths. So if I was going to break up 3, if I'm going to break up 3 into groups of 1/4, I'm going to have 12 equal groups of 1/4. And you can see that there are 12 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can count. Wonderful. So that's what this breaking up a whole number into groups of portions of a whole number, fractions, is going to be. We're going to start with a small number like 3 and get a large number as our answer, 12. So let's look up this one. This is 2 divided by 1/3. Here's our 2. So here's 1. And here's 1. 2 wholes. We're going to break up this into groups of thirds. Here's 1/3, another third, another third. Same here. We're going to divide both of these whole ones into groups of 1/3. And how many groups do we have? How many groups of 1/3 is we have 6. 6 groups of 1/3. If we have 1 and we want to make groups of 2/5, 2/5, how many groups of 2/5 will we have? So here's our 1. There's our 1. And let's make a group of 1, 2. Oh no, this is going to be harder to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, 5 equal groups, 1/5, 1/5, 5th, 1/5, 1/5. All right. So we have one whole group of 2/5. We have a second whole group of 2/5, and we have 1/5 remaining. So 2.5 group, right? We don't have the second group of 1/5 here. So it's going to be 2.5 groups of 1/5. 2 and 1/2. Or you could think of that as 5 halves. And that would simplify to 2 and 1/2. Right, so here's, let's see if I can change my pen color. 1 whole group, 2 whole groups, and then half a group. Visually, it's a little bit strange. Let's look at the next one. 3/5. Okay. Let's once again draw out our numbers. We have our 1 group here. We have our second group of 1s, because we're talking about 2. And we're going to break those up into 5ths again. 2, 3, 4. That's close. I wonder if I can shift all those over just a tiny bit. There we go. A little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not perfect groups, but good enough. Now, each one of these represents, again, 1/5. 1/5. 1/5. 1/5. 1. Oh my gosh, this is taking forever. But it's important because we're representing it visually. Okay, so there are all my 5ths. I have 10/5, right? 5 here, 5 here, 10/5. I want to make groups of 3. So let's start with my red marker. So here's one group of 3. Here's a second group of 3. Here is a third group of 3. And then I have 3 and 1/3, right? Because I'm making groups of 3. Because I'm making groups of 3. So we're going to have 3 and 1/3. 3 and 1/3. Might seem a little bit strange. Now, let's see here. Let's do, I have 3, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 holes. 3 holes here. So if I have 3 holes and I want to make my groups of 5 again, 1, 2, oh, I'm going to a little bit smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to break these up into I don't know if that was easy. I like copy and pasted. I don't know if that's easy or not, but sure. Okay, so 1/5. Well, we know these are 5ths. I'm just going to do 1/5. These are all 1/5. And remember, I want to make groups of 4 because I want to make groups of 4/5. Groups of 4/5. That's what that is telling us there. So the first group is going to go. There's my 1 group. Now it's going from here. From here to here. There's my second group. Third group. And then I have 3 out of 4. Because I don't have this one here. 3 out of 4. So my answer is going to be 3 and 3/4. I have 3 whole groups of 4/5. And then I have 3 out of 4 remaining because this last one here. F. Okay, so I now have 4 whole number divided by making groups of 2/3. 2/3. Oh no. That's supposed to be 3. Okay, so I'm going to fix this. Let's make sure you'll see this on your screen. This is going to be 3. 3, not 4. 3. So I have 1 whole here. 1 whole. 1 whole. That's my 3. That's my 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Now I want to make groups of 2/3. So I'm going to divide each one of these into 2/3 to show what my wholes broken up into 2/3 would look like. And then I'm going to 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1. I'll just write it out. Okay. I've broken my whole, my 3, into groups of 2/3 or 1/3. Right, because I'm breaking them into groups of thirds. And now I'm going to group them by 2/3 in each group. Okay, so the first one here, first group, here's my first group of 2/3. Here's my second group of 2/3. Here's my third group of 2/3. Fourth group of 2/3. And I have 1/2 of a group of 2/3. I have 1 out of 2, right? Because this is 2 out of 2, and this is 2 out of 2, and this is 2 out of 2, and this is 2 out of, or I keep writing 3, 2. So my answer is going to be 4 and 1/2. 4 and 1/2 groups of 2/3 from 3. Whew, okay. 2A. 2A. We are now dividing a fraction by a whole number. So we're going to take 4/5 is where we start. We don't have a whole. We have 4/5. And we're going to break it up into 3s. Into 3. and then take what we have. So the number is going to get smaller here. It's going to be a smaller answer. The number will be less than 4/5. All right, so let's break this up into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5. Okay, so there's 5/5, and we have 4 of them. We have 4 of these fifths. There's 4/5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4/5. Each one of these fifths is going to be broken up further because we're dividing each fifth. Each fifth we're dividing by 3. So we're going to go like this. 1, 2, 3. So we're dividing all of these fifths by 3. We're breaking each fifth into 3 equal pieces. And then of every fifth that we have, we're going to keep one of the 3 pieces. So we're going to keep this piece and this piece and this piece and this piece. And we're going to count how many pieces we have and how many pieces there are total for our new fraction, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, I can't count, 4. We have 4 pieces. Maybe I'll write that inside. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Interesting. So 4. We have 4 pieces. How many pieces do we have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 15 pieces in total, and our answer is going to be 4/15. And if we look at this, 5 times 3 is going to equal 15. We're going to be applying this later on. That's where it's coming from. It's not just making up some trick. We're doing this. We're breaking it up. Let's look at B. 3/4 divided by 2. 3/4 divided by 2. So we can look at this and just like we did with this one, make a prediction. 4 is going to come, multiply these to get to our answer. So we can, in advance here, make a prediction. My 3 is going to be up here. 4 times 2 is 8. 3/8. All right, now let's draw it out. We have 3/4, and we divide it by 2. So let's draw our quarters. 3/4, 1/4, 2/4. Oops. Each is 1/4. And we have 3 of these quarters. We have 3 of them. We want to break these quarters up into 2. So each quarter is going to be two things. Oh, I can have a tail. Oh, neat. Each quarter is going to be broken up into two things, right? So we're going to break each one of these up. So let's draw what we have and break it into two. Draw our quarter and break our quarter in half. Draw our quarter, break our quarter in half, and break this last quarter in half. So now I see 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to have one from every quarter. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's our two numbers. 3/8. Let's do this a few more times. We can again make our prediction. Let's do that after. Let's show that after. So we're into fifths and we have 5. Oh my gosh. All right. What have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1/5. 1/5. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to write every fifth. And each fifth, because these are all our fifth here, each fifth is going to be further broken down into a fifth, into 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wow. And then every single one of these. Let's see, what do we have first? We have 3 of these. 3. So for every one we have, we're going to take 1. So 1 is here. 1 is there. 1 is there. And we have 1, 2, 3. And then we have 25 total spaces. 1, 2, 3, in terms of all the way to 25. It's 25 total, and we can know this. It's 5 times 5, right? It's 25. 3 25ths. I'm gonna write that nicer. 25ths. 3 25ths. Nice. 1/2 and 1/3. This is, as I did myself a favor here. We have 1/2. Oops. We have 1/2. This is my half. And we're going to break our half into 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we have one of them because we only have 1/2. So we only have one of our pieces. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces total. So we have 1/6. 1/6. Okay. Okie doke. So we're going to have 4 of our 5/6. So we have to break this up into 6. So let's break it in half. And then each of our half is going to get a third. And that should be 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each of these is 1/6. Let's draw our 6ths down here. And then we need to further break up each 6th into a quarter, meaning like each 6th into 4 pieces. There it is. And then we only have one of them. So we only have 1/6 up here. And we only have 1/6 down here. So we have 1. Oh, sorry, that's not right. We have 5/6, not 1/6. So that's wrong. I'm gonna just back myself up here, but all right, let's fill this. If we have 5/6, and that means we have 1/6 here. No, not 1/6. It's 1/24 for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/24. I'm gonna move over here. 5/24. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 24. 5/24. It's 5/24. And again, carry the 5 over, multiply 6 by 4, and it's going to equal getting to our answer. Let's do that first this time on this one, just for practice. I'm sorry, 2. It's going to have 2 on the top, and then we're going to have 2 times 3 on the bottom, which is 6. We can actually simplify that to 1/3. Let's just move this. And we'll go equal 2/3. 2/6, which is 1/3. So let's start off with breaking our top into 2/3. 1, 2, 1/3, 1/3. And of that 1/3, we have 2/3 of that shape. Each one of these thirds, we're going to break up it further into 2 pieces. And then we get to keep 2 of those pieces. 1, 2 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of 6, which is this one right here, 2/6. And of course, you can simplify down to 1/3. All right, so that's getting through the kind of tedious part where we're showing our work visually and trying to represent our understanding visually. Now we go to applying this more so with fractions. So this is what you're going to be doing more often than the other representing visually. Is you're going to be just multiplying by the inverse. So to create a group of 2/3 from a group of 3/5, or to divide 3/5 by 2/3, this is question 3a, you're simply going to understand that the answer will be equivalent to the multiplication of the inverse of 2/3 times 3/5. So you might hear the keep, flip, change, or KFC, which is keep, change, flip. So that's we keep this, we change this, and we flip this, KCF. And this means like we flip that to its inverse. That's the trick. That's the thing. Multiplying by the inverse is the same as dividing by the fraction. So we're going to do this. We're going to do 3/5 times 3/2. Zoom in a bit. 3/5 multiplied by 3/2 is going to be the same as 3/5 divided by 2/3. So once you know this, you can multiply across, get our answer of 9/10. So we can't simplify 9/10. That's just our answer. And so now that we're gonna practice a few times, and this goes quick. Once you get the hang of the keep, change, flip, or I remember it as KFC. Keep, flip, change is kind of out of order, but that's how I remember it. Then we just have to apply it. So 3/4 multiplied by 2/1. 6/4. Divide both by 2. And you get your 3 halves. You can then take that group out of there, and it's 1 and 1/2. Final answer. You can also do the classic finding GCF of two numbers and divide by 2 here, so it'll be 2/1, right? Like if you remember from our previous lessons, you should do that. That's the better strategy. I'll try on the next one here, if we can. Oh, I hope it wasn't in the way on that last question. I'm gonna do my... 3/5 divided by 1/4. Like in the way here. 3/5 divided by 1/4. So this is going to be the same as 3/5 multiplied by 4/1. So the answer to this is going to be simply multiplying across the top, which is 12/5. Now, you can't simplify 12/5, but you can turn it into a mixed number of 2 and 2/5. That's our answer. It's always nice to square our answers. Now, D, I can see some... Oh, no, because we're flipping. I was going to say I see a... I wonder if we did that. I wonder if we did that here, we'd get the same answer. Probably would. As long as you did it at this stage. Huh. Right, so flip 5/4, 5/8. No, you wouldn't get the same answer. Or would you? No, you couldn't. So if you did 1, 2, flipped, be 5/... Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, don't do that. 5/8, final answer. Is this your final answer? All right. E. Let's do E. We have 5/6 divided by 1/6. So we're going to go and say this will be equivalent to 5/6 multiplied by 6/1. We can then do our multiplication. Oh, we can actually simplify, because this GCF of this and this, that's going to cancel to 1. That'll cancel to 1. save us some simplifying in the future. This is going to equal 5 over 1, which is going to equal 5. Final answer. F. 3F. Let's zoom in here. 2/3 divided by 2/3. Snuck that one in there. So, well, this will be equivalent. It's going to be 1. You know it's got to be 1, but let's play it out here. 2/3 multiplied by 3 over 2, which is going to equal 6 over 6. But you can simplify. Whoa. You can simplify, cancel these two. They both become 1. And you can cancel these two. And they both become 1. And then 1 times 1 over 1 times 1 will be 1, which equals 1. Amazing. Great practice there. All right. 3/5 divided by 1/3 is going to be equivalent to 3/5 multiplied by 3 over 1, which is going to simply equal to 9/5, which will be a mixed number of 1 group and 4/5. 1 and 4/5. Last question, H. 1/2. We just move it over. We keep that. We flip our sign, and now we change our sign, and we flip our fraction to 4/3, and then we go multiply. No, we can simplify first. Common factor of 2, which equals 1 times 2, which is 2, 1 times 3, which is 3, 2/3. Final answer. Squaring my answers or circling my answers, always helpful. That's it. That's the lesson. Whew. What was that? 37 minutes. Hopefully you learned something. If not, you're done your homework and you're going to get your marks, which is half the battle. I will see you in the next video. Should I? Yeah. Why don't you subscribe to our gaming channel, GB Gaming? We do gaming stuff, and follow us on Instagram, Gordon Bell Gaming. We post stuff. Hey, all right. Take it easy.